Well, man, it was a great atmosphere. There was a lot of people here. It was amazing.
If we go talk about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, like what surprised you the most from both? Were you surprised that Mike was able to last eight rounds?
Hey, it was because, I don't know, man. I mean, I just think it was good. I mean, I think it was entertaining up to a point. And, it was okay. The people seemed to, kind of be enjoyed, especially the anticipation of him coming in the ring was amazing.
Evander Holyfield, I talked to him yesterday. He said he'd be willing to get in there with Mike Tyson.
I bet he will.
Yeah, I remember I asked you, after seeing this, would you still want to see it?
I'm good. I mean, I think we all need to just sit down and retire and just chill out. Just like, it's a young man's sport. It's for these young guys.
What should be next for Jake Paul?
We can keep packing him out like this. He can fight anybody.
Oh.
He can fight Derrick James.
He can fight Derrick James.
I'm joking.
What did I think?
Yeah.
I love seeing Mike out there doing what he loves to do. It's his passion. But I don't know. I think Jake looked a little soft tonight. He don't look like a real boxer, a pro boxer that's been training the last 10 years. So, he needs to come see me one day. A guy that's in his prime that's going to walk him down and have that cardio. So,
did you expect him to knock Mike Tyson out tonight?
I did, yeah. I thought, Mike's a little bit older. He had a problem. They had to push back the first fight because, he had like a stroke on a plane or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
also.
Man, I was just scared. I didn't want to see Mike get hurt. I'm happy he's walking out of that ring and he's healthy tonight. So, super happy. Everything went well, and it was a spectacle. All the fans enjoyed the show.
I knew Jake Paul was going to win. I felt it in my heart.
Yeah?
I knew Trump was going to win.
What made you know that?
Yeah, what made you know that?
I just, he's 27 years old. He was working hard. And, I just saw it. I watched the progression of who he is as a boxer. And I was the only one that was cheering when everyone else was booing him. That's my dog. I just knew it. I felt it.
Who do you want to see him fight next, in your opinion? Or who would you like to see him fight next?
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that.
Will we
But I
ever
was
see you in the
excited for
ring?
this one.
What did you think of the fight?
That wasn't a good one.
It wasn't a good one. No. Yeah. Overall, how'd you just see how Jake fought, how Mike fought?
Well, you can tell something was wrong with the Tyson leg.
The knee.
So he couldn't. His balance was off.
Oh, that's crazy. You noticed that. I just talked to his trainer, and he told me that exact thing.
Yeah.
His balance was off.
His balance was off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Overall, how do you see Jake growing from this, and who do you want to see him fight against now?
Well, I'm like, he's a pretty good fighter.
It was disappointing. Would you like to see it again? Would you like to see it? Would you like to see Mike Tyson fight again in the ring? An exhibition match against Evander Holyfield? I always want to see Mike fight. Yeah? This is kind of what you expected? He didn't get off fast. What could he done different? Huh? Did Jake Paul look a little bit slow to you?
I didn't see any progression, but I like how Jake is a genius at marketing. Man, it is phenomenal to see that a YouTuber can get 60,000 people in the freaking arena, man. Listen, I be taking notes, even though I don't really like Jake like that. Like, I take notes, and I'm happy that the fight went all the rounds today. I seen Jake trying to set Uncle Mike Tyson up for the okie doke with the jab to the body and the overhand right. I seen him trying to set him up. Thank God Uncle Mike didn't go for it. He fought a good 8 rounds. Hey, Jake won, but overall, it's a win for the boxing fans, and it's definitely a win for me for Mike Tyson, because I just love him. Win, lose, or draw. I love him.
So who should Jake fight now, in your opinion?
Hey, you say you want to fight Canelo. Now, this is what I want to understand about the men's in boxing. Huh? This is what I want to understand.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
This is what the GWOAT don't understand.
Bullet China.
If Jake Paul, right, and y'all complain and say, oh, he's not a real boxer, he's bad for boxing, this and that, he ain't that good of a boxer, why the hell y'all won't get in the ring and fight him and beat him?
We're all hoping to see a little flash of the old Mike, and we saw like someone who, I wish I'd seen the old Mike. Not to take anything from Jake, but Mike looks his age, and he should. Look, I take that back. He did a lot better than a lot of 58-years-olds would have done, but
Is Jake good for the sport?
I think it is. Brought 70,000 people out, me and Mike. So, like, I think it certainly brought people out.
What did you make of Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano?
Look, another tough fight to score, another tough fight to call a winner. I had Amanda by a round maybe. It's tough to argue either way. I mean, it's a rough fight. They fight, they're going to fight 100 times, and you can argue they're not going to get a clear decision, out of any of them. They're evenly matched fighters. You can argue either way, but it was an amazing fight to watch.
That was good to see him back at it, man. I wish he'd have threw more punches. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good entertaining night with great fights.
Do you think Jake took it easy on him a little bit, Seth?
Well, I'm glad he did if that's what he did. But,
Amen.
Mike did throw a lot of punches.
Thank you, Seth. We appreciate you.
Before the fight, tensions ran high at the pre-fight press conference. Both Mike Tyson and Jake Paul made bold predictions about how things would go. Tyson didn't say much, but his words carried weight. He made it clear he was fully prepared and had no intention of losing. His calm but confident demeanor sent a powerful message. He was ready.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lose.
But you say that in the last minute of the second.
I am not gonna lose. Did you hear what I said?
Jake Paul, on the other hand, took a bold stance, urging Tyson to bring his most aggressive game. He was full of confidence, assuring everyone it would be a tough fight and boldly predicting his own victory. With his intense energy, he fired up the crowd, making sure all eyes were on him.
It does? Is that Tony Bellew or is it Darren Till? Andreas, keep going.
Yes, sir.
What is this? A Fisher-Price microphone? I actually can't tell if it's Tony Bellew. Is it? Okay, Andreas, keep going.
Man, chill.
Before the fight, tensions ran high at the pre-fight press conference. Both Mike Tyson and Jake Paul made bold predictions about how things would go. Tyson didn't say much, but his words carried weight. He made it clear he was fully prepared and had no intention of losing. His calm but confident demeanor sent a powerful message. He was ready.
What would you lose if you lose this fight? Thank you.
I'm not gonna lose.
Jake Paul, on the other hand, took a bold stance, urging Tyson to bring his most aggressive game. He was full of confidence, assuring everyone it would be a tough fight and boldly predicting his own victory. With his intense energy, he fired up the crowd, making sure all eyes were on him.
Jake said in an interview earlier this week that your longtime promoter and friend Eddie Hearn will actually be in your corner. I think that's a first for him. Is that accurate?
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jake Paul didn't hold back at the pre-fight press conference, confidently predicting a knockout finish. He called the fight a battle between heavy hitters, making it clear there would be no slow, drawn-out match. His bold statements amped up the excitement, building anticipation for an action-packed fight night.
Biggest live gate in U.S. boxing history outside of Las Vegas. Numbers don't lie. So people want to see this, and that's an amazing accomplishment. Credit to Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano and Mike and everyone on the card as well. Niraj, Mario Barrios, Winderson, everybody, Bruce Guarantee, literally everyone, Lucas, everyone. So we all did this together, and this is a statement that we had the biggest live gate outside of Vegas in U.S. boxing history.
Meanwhile, Mike Tyson kept things simple and direct at the pre-fight conference. With quiet confidence, he stated that he was ready to fight and had nothing more to add. His calm yet determined tone made it clear, he was fully prepared, letting his experience and focus speak for themselves.
I'm blessed to be in the position I am to be highly criticized. That just means I'm doing something right. And no one has had a boxing career like mine. It'll be studied and judged, but I've risen to the top in 4 years because I've taken risks. I was the underdog all the way up until Nate Robinson, and that's something that people don't remember, don't give any credit to, but I put it on the line against some of the best in the sport every single time, and that's why I'm here on Netflix against the biggest name in boxing right now.
Jake Paul proudly announced that the fight had already made history, setting the record for the biggest live gate outside of Las Vegas in U.S. boxing. He credited everyone involved and recognized the excitement from fans. His statement highlighted the massive scale of the event, drawing attention from across the country.
In the same press conference, Tyson also made his future plans clear, where he brushed off any talk of future opponents. His response made it clear he was fully focused on Paul and had no distractions. This singular focus underscored Tyson's commitment to winning this fight without looking beyond it.
I'm just interested in this fight right here at the moment.
And who would you pick to fight Jake next if you could?
I'm not talking about fighting anybody, only Jake.
Reflecting on his journey, Jake Paul spoke about the uniqueness of his career, rising to fame in just 4 years. He proudly acknowledged the risks he had.
Big fights, big knockouts. You know, a lot of fighters go in there and they have boring fights like Floyd Mayweather, and I've brought in a lot of excitement to the sport, knocking people out in the biggest platforms possible, going against the biggest names, and making matchups that the fans want to see, crossover MMA fights, things like that, fighting other massive names in the sport. So I'm going to continue to do the biggest fights, the biggest pay-per-views, the biggest streams across the board, and just continue to push myself. And I think people resonate with my content and just promotional ability.
At the same press conference, Mike Tyson shut down any talk about future opponents. He made it clear that his only focus was on Jake Paul, with no distractions. His unwavering mindset reinforced his commitment to winning this fight without looking ahead.
The baddest man on the planet. I am Mike Tyson.
All right, that's 1-0. What about you, Lucas?
Jake Paul.
All right, 1-1. Shadeja.
Jake Paul.
All right, 2-1. Niraj.
Mike Tyson.
2-2. Mario.
Iron Mike.
3-2 for Mike. Amanda.
Come on, Jake Paul.
All right, 3-3. Katie.
You can never bet against a legend, Mike Tyson.
4-3, Mike. Abel.
Tyson.
5-3, Mike.
Jake Paul also spoke about his impact on boxing, saying he had brought excitement back to the sport. He criticized other fighters for having dull matches and took pride in creating thrilling crossover fights and high-profile showdowns. He positioned himself as a fresh, exciting force, giving fans the action they wanted to see.
Winderson.
Tyson.
6-3, Mike. Melinda.
Tyson.
7-3, Mike.
Mike Tyson.
8-3, Mike.
Mike Tyson.
Dan. Jake. The disrespect.
During the press conference, the undercard fighters were asked to pick a winner, leading to mixed opinions. While some supported Jake Paul, most leaned toward Mike Tyson. The back-and-forth responses added to the competitive energy, making the rivalry even more intense.
Hey, when I see dumb people saying dumb predictions, I just feel bad for them. So at the end of the day, who wants to bet on it, huh? Does anyone want to bet on it? I'm shaking hands. So how much we want to bet on this? You said, Mike, how much you want to bet? He said he's good. That's what I thought made. How much you want to bet?
Mike Tyson.
How much?
How much you?
How much? As much as you're willing to lose, brother.
So okay. So I'll give you my property
How
in
much?
India.
How much?
My property is like more than 1 million. I'll give you. Deal.
As the fighters' prediction continued, more votes rolled in with the crowd, overwhelmingly backing Tyson. This support added to the tension with Tyson, fans showing their belief in his experience and skill. The vocal support amplified the pressure on Paul to prove himself.
How much you want to bet?
How much you want to lose?
Bro, but the time I spent taking a is how much you make in your whole life, buddy. Shut the fuck up. How much you want to lose?
Whatever.
$1 million, deal. We got 1 million here, 1 million here.
Okay.
Come on. You guys want to do this? Put your money where your mouth is. How much money? Exactly. How much money?
I don't speak English.
Exactly. How much money? A ring, deal. Let's go. I'm following up on all this.
Jake didn't take this lightly, and he responded to the fighters' predictions with a challenge, daring anyone to bet against him. His playful yet confident tone invited Tyson and others to put money on the line, raising the stakes and turning the press conference into a high-stakes showdown before the actual fight.
$1 million? $1 million? $20 right here. That's what I thought.
Jake Paul kept pushing his bet challenge, making bold offers and throwing in taunting remarks. His words added even more drama, showing he was fully willing to back up his confidence with real stakes.
Do you want to bet? As much as you want. I'm not losing. No shot in hell.
Well, should I bet your purse?
Yeah, let's bet the purse. Deal.
Dear. Well played. Well played.
And I'm sending out contracts too.
Jake took it a step further, boldly stating he'd put up $1 million. This heated exchange added even more intensity to their rivalry, making the anticipation for the fight even greater.
Look forward here, Mike.
Jake escalated his taunts even further, suggesting a purse bet with Katie Taylor. His relentless confidence and casual attitude toward such a high-stakes wager showed his strong belief in his abilities. It was clear he was determined to unsettle Tyson before they even stepped into the ring.
And what is going on with your ear over there, Jake, if I could just ask that?
I'm not getting my bit off on Friday night, so I got my diamond spiked ear covers right there.
All right.
At the press conference, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson faced off, locking eyes without flinching. The tension was undeniable, setting the stage for a fight with no room for mercy. This intense moment gave fans a glimpse of the showdown that was about to unfold in the ring.
Open workout today, so tomorrow have a press conference. Today open workout. We just finished a great sparring. Last sparring of the season. You know, just wanna show for the crown a little bit of.
In a lighthearted moment, Jake Paul joked about hoping he wouldn't get his ear bitten off during the fight, showing his playful side amid the tension. His comment sparked laughter, briefly easing the atmosphere while keeping the crowd engaged in the high-stakes showdown.
He's the GOAT, one of the two most famous boxers to ever live, and to share the ring with him is something I'll be able to brag about till I die, and I will do that.
Heck yeah.
I'm feeling like a rooster right now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Tyson's trainer, Rafael Cordero, shared details about Tyson's intense preparation, highlighting months of rigorous training. His camp was fully confident in his readiness. Cordero's words hinted at the hard work behind Tyson's calm and composed presence at the press conference.
God is with me this week. Feel really good. Sharp, powerful, explosive, and it's going to be a short night for Mike. It's not about how long you've been doing something. It's about how good you do it. On Friday night, people are going to see me outbox the person who's been doing it their whole life. I mean, Jake Joseph Paul, will knock out Mike Tyson Friday, November 15th. The fucking history books.
Jake Paul recognized Mike Tyson's legendary status, calling him one of the most famous boxers of all time. He admitted that stepping into the ring with Tyson was a dream he would always cherish. However, while he respected Tyson's legacy, he made it clear that he was ready to compete and give it his all.
The thing that initially kicked this fight off was me taking ayahuasca about 2.5 years ago and seeing a vision of me and Mike Tyson fighting. It was certainly going to happen. Like, I could feel it in my bones. I could see the TV. I saw the next day how many millions of kids went to boxing gyms, and I saw that the next Mike Tyson was birthed out of this event.
Jake Paul confidently declared that he felt sharp and powerful, predicting a short night for Tyson. His bold words were backed by intense training and unwavering belief in his abilities, making it clear that he was fully prepared to stand by his promise.
And 2023, when Most Valuable Promotions, Nikisa, and I start conversations with Netflix, and they wanted to do their first ever fight, the goal was to get a massive opponent. And eventually, it made sense.
Jake Paul shared that he had envisioned himself fighting Mike Tyson years ago, and that vision had fueled his drive to make it a reality. For him, this match was more than just a fight, it was the fulfillment of a personal goal he had long dreamed of achieving.
Him fight the 2-minute rounds. What I had to do was start him off with 3-minute rounds first. You know, just get him in that shape. And that's the longevity part. Then I switched everything to 2-minute rounds, 30-second rest. And now he sees how fast everything goes. He's bigger, but he still moves like he is 168 pounds. That's a heavyweight's nightmare.
Jake Paul revealed that the idea for this fight began about 2.5 years ago when he had a vision after taking ayahuasca. He vividly saw himself fighting Mike Tyson, believing deep down that it was destined to happen. In his vision, he imagined millions of kids being inspired to take up boxing and saw the birth of the next great fighter because of this event.
Mikey. Better watch out, buddy. Don't charge at me, buddy. I got dynamite.
Jake reflected on his career and explained how the opportunity to fight Mike Tyson came through discussions with Netflix. The chance to make history by facing such a legendary opponent on a global stage excited him, making the event even more meaningful.
I'm going to make history on the biggest streaming platform, Netflix, in front of the whole world. Everyone's doubting me. Everyone's saying Mike looks like a beast, and he does, but I'm fueled by Celsius. I'm fueled by heart. Cheers to that. Drink Celsius. I'm about to f*** this boy up.
Jake's head coach, Theo Chambers, spoke about his intense training, emphasizing how Jake had adapted to the fast pace of 2-minute rounds. He highlighted Jake's stamina and speed, noting that despite his size, he moved with the agility of a smaller fighter, an advantage that could work in his favor.
He definitely scares me because I know the mental places he's gone to. I know he's a killer. I know how determined he is.
Jake confidently warned Tyson to be careful, joking that he had dynamite ready to unleash. His playful yet bold attitude hinted at his aggressive strategy, making it clear that he wasn't intimidated by Tyson's power.
This fight means everything in the world to me and more. It's the moment to show the world who I truly am, because there's been all these misunderstandings, misconceptions.
Jake addressed his doubters, promising to make history on the Netflix stage. He credited his energy drink sponsor, Celsius, and his relentless determination to prove everyone wrong. His confidence made it clear, he was ready to take on Tyson and exceed expectations.